All right, let's start with problem set 7. So far you know the basic of this chapter, mensuration. Now problem set 7 is a bit problematic. What do I mean by problematic is its level has been increased a bit. So if your basics are clear, like from 7.1 the other exercises are cleared, like area of the sector, length of an arc, what is this solid cylinder, what is solid sphere and all that, then go ahead with this exercise. I mean, problem set 7 is actually very challenging questions, but nothing is impossible for all you guys. So let's go ahead and start with problem set 7. Yo! Alright, so let's start with the problem set 7, question number 2. So let's first understand what does this question number 2 means. It says a washing tub is in the shape of frustum. So it's in the shape of a frustum means it's something like this. We know that frustum is nothing else but it's a part of a lower part of a cone. So it's something like this. This will be its height, and this will be radius r1 and radius r2. This is your height. Now what you have to find here is they have given the height is 21 centimeters. So height is 21 centimeters given. The radii of the circular top and bottom are 20 and 15. So here it is given as 20 centimeter and it is given as 15 centimeter. What you have to find is what is the capacity of the tub. Pi is also given as 22/7. Word used is capacity. So basically capacity means the volume. So we have to use the formula of volume of a frustum. Okay, so volume of a frustum I am writing it down over here. It's 1/3 pi h. Actually it's 1/3 pi r square h. This is the formula we use for cone. Since frustum is a part of a cone, these terms will remain as it is, only this will change. So 1/3 pi h, I will write r1 square plus r2 square minus r1 into r2. Let's substitute the values over here. 1/3 pi is 22/7 into h. H is given as 21, r1 square 20 square plus r2 is 15 square minus 20 into 15. Now we know 7 3s are 21 in the denominator, 21 in the numerator, so they get cancelled each other. 2. Now what is left over here is 22. 20 square is 400 plus 15 square is 225 minus 2 into 15. Leave 0 aside. 15 2s is 30 and this is 300. So you get here as 22. 4 plus 2 6 and this becomes 625 minus 300. Now 22 into 625 minus 300, so 325 multiply, get the answer will be centimeter cube, centimeter, and we have found the volume. I hope you understood this. Let's go to the next question. Alright, next question. What does this question number 3 speaks about? Be careful. Tricky words, catchy words, we need to take into that. Some plastic balls of radius 1 centimeter. So they said there are some plastic ball whose radius is 1 centimeter. Now listen properly. Were melted and cast into a tube. That means they are melting this. So it's melted. I explained you in the first exercise also. Melting means the volume of this will be equal to the volume of the object which has been made. Now it is made in the form of a tube. So let's say it's something like this. But when we say tube, what do you mean by tube? Tube means it's a hollow cylinder. So it would be something like this. If I draw a proper diagram, it would be something in this way. That means there will be empty space inside this, and there will be only this much area used for making it, casting it. That means only this. Can you see this? Inside this it's air. So if I just show you what is the meaning of a hollow tube, it would be something like this. Can you see this? It's air inside and this is my tube, but directly I can say hollow cylinder is my tube over here. Let's see now what they mean to say ahead. This much clear. Some plastic balls of radius 1 centimeter were melted and cast into a tube. The thickness, length and outer radius of the tube were. So thickness is 2 centimeters. So they mean to say that this particular thickness, this thickness is given as how much? So thickness here is 2 centimeter. That means this thickness is 2 centimeter. Okay. Now what else have they given? Length. So they have mentioned this length also over here. Let's look at how much is the length given. The length is 90 centimeter. That means for us it is height. So height is 90 centimeter given over here. Thickness is given. Outer radius is 30 centimeters. So they mean to say that outer radius is this much up to outside. So let's say it's capital R. So outer radius capital R is given as 30 centimeters. Why do we take that as capital R? Because there will be one internal radius also, small r here. Since it's thickness over here, there has to be one outer radius capital R, one internal radius small r, melted and casted into this. How many balls were melted to make the tube? Simple, I already gave you the earlier the formula also. N times the volume of smaller object, that is the volume of this plastic balls. So volume of this plastic balls should be equal to the volume of this tube, because it's melted and formed in the tube. Correct? Let's say that this is my equation number 1, because calculating volume of the tube is a bit tricky. So we have to learn this, how to find the volume of the tube. Now, volume of a tube or a hollow cylinder is the outer volume, that is the outside volume, which will be pi. What is the outer radius is capital R, that is, this is capital R. So pi r square h minus pi r square h. Small r internal inside radius, capital R outside. Volume of outer minus volume of inner. Let's see what is common over here. We get pi and h common. R square minus r square is left as it is. Now pi into h, capital R, they have given it's 30 square minus small r. This value actually we don't know. How do we find capital R minus thickness? So my small r calculation will be capital R, that is the outside radius, minus this thickness. Thickness is 2 centimeter. Radius is 30. 30 minus 2 will give me 28. So small r will be 28 square. Pi h. Here I can apply a formula of a square minus b square. So a plus b into a minus b. So this will turn into pi h, 30, and this becomes 58. 30 minus this becomes 2. I got the volume of hollow cylinder. This hollow cylinder is nothing else but it's the volume of the tube. Let's substitute this in equation 1. Substitute in equation 1. So if I substitute this values in equation 1, how will it transform into? Okay, so I'm substituting in equation 1. Let's see how does it work. So left hand side is n into volume of plastic balls. So I'm erasing this. Let's see plastic balls. What is the shape of the ball over here is sphere. So here it will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. I'm taking r or r1 cube. Let's say this is my r1 itself. So r1 cube equals to my volume of a tube. I already got the volume of the tube. Pi h 58 into 2. So pi h 58 into 2. I'll erase this part so it will be a bit clearer for you to understand what we'll be doing it. Now See why I haven't find the values? Just because these values gets cancelled easily, you don't have to worry at all. Okay, so n into 4 by 3 r1 cube, r1 is 1, so 1 cube equals to h is given, can you say this, 90. No worries, wherever you feel substitution, do it and just go ahead without worrying. n equals to, don't multiply this, my suggestion, always keep as it is because it will help you to do the calculation. 3 is divide, goes over here, becomes multiplied, upon 4 comes here. Now you all are so good in calculation, go ahead and tell me the answer. Still I'll do something for you, that is 2 ones are 2 twos are 2 ones are 2 45s are, so 45 into 58 into 3. Do it, get the answer. I hope you get correct answer, and if this is there in the exam, definitely you will score full marks. Next question. Let's go to question number 4. Understand what does this question means. A metal parallelepiped. Minded, I already told you what is the meaning of parallelepiped. Parallelepiped is nothing else but it's cuboid. So don't forget, cuboid is the fish tank or the duster or anything which looks like rectangle but three-dimensional. So a metal parallelepiped of measure 16, 11 and 10. So they have given that there is such a cuboid. Now this cuboid should look a bit 3D, so I'll give a hatching lines like this, which makes more sense. How does it look like? A metal parallelepiped of measure 16, 11 and 10. So 16 centimeter, 11 centimeter, and let's say this is my 10 centimeter. Was melted to make coins. Again, look at that. They are just melting like ice. Every time some other question, melting, volume is same. So what are they saying? Was melted to make coins. So they had made some coins like this. I'm making 3D coin so that you should understand. Coin is nothing else but it's in the form of a cylinder. So first understand, cuboid or parallelepiped converting into cylinder, small cylinders. What measure have they given? How many coins were made if the thickness and diameter of each coin was 2 millimeter and 2 centimeter? So thickness, this particular thickness they have given the value and the diameter over here. So let's understand what it means. So diameter and the thickness becomes my height of the cylinder. Okay, and the diameter we have to find the radius. So what is the thickness given over here is 2 millimeter. So this is 2 millimeter. Mind it carefully. Check this. It's in millimeter, it's in centimeter. Here all the calculations, length, dimensions are in centimeter. Convert into centimeter. This will become 0.2 centimeter. That makes sense. All dimensions here in centimeter. We have to convert this. If you do not convert, everything will be wrong. 0. Don't want 0. Nice. Mind it. Next, so D equals to 2 centimeter. H 2 millimeter. We converted into centimeter. Again, melting आता है. Formula एक ही हमारे पास. N into volume of smaller object. Which is smaller object? The coin. So volume of a coin. This should be equal to the volume of larger object, which is cuboid. Now, I don't think we need to simplify differently because it will work here. So N into volume of a coin. Since it's a cylinder, my formula should be pi r square h. Smaller object, I'm taking small r and h. Volume for cuboid, length, breadth into height, all in the same units. So N into, this is what we have to find because the question says find how many coins were made. So pi we can take 22 by 7 into radius. Diameter is 2. So my radius will be what? 1 centimeter, half of it. So this will be 1 square into h is not 2, 0.2. So 0.2 equals to length is 16 into 11 into 10. Always my suggestion, take it, draw a diagram that will give you the clear idea what is to be done, what strategy you have to make it. So therefore n equals to 16 into 11 into 10. Its divide over here goes to the left, becomes multiplied upon 0.2 comes down in the denominator, and along with it comes 22. 1 square is 1. You all are smart and clever, you know that. Let's do the division. 11 ones are, 11 twos are, 2 ones are, 2 eights are. Okay, we remove decimal from here, so it will be 8 into 10 into 7. Decimal goes up to 10 upon 2. 2 ones are, 2 fours are, 7 fours are, 28. 28 into 100. 2800 such smaller coins can be made. Let's go to the next question. All right, next question, fifth one. Understand and then solve it. The diameter and length of a roller is 120 centimeter and 84 centimeter respectively. So they say there is a roller. Have you seen roller ever in your life? Don't tell me you haven't seen it. Because those who watch cricket match, they will see roller something like this. There is a big, my diagram may be not that correct, please excuse me, but I am trying to draw the best diagram for you. This is the road roller which you use to flat the surface, especially on cricket pitches we see this. Now what is given? The diameter and length of a roller is given. That means this diameter is given and the length means it's the height for us. It looks like a cylinder, so we will have to take it as a solid cylinder. So what have they given here? The diameter is 120 centimeter. So what will be the radius? 60 centimeter. I hope you understand all this. And height over here is given as 84 centimeter. And they have used a word respectively. Mind, so diameter पहले है, so 120 centimeter आएगा उसके साथ. Length next है, तो 84 centimeter आएगा. To level the ground, 200 rotations of the roller are required. मतलब how many rotations? N is 200 rotations. Now the logic, थोड़ा logic बताता हूँ क्या है. Rollers are required 200 rotations. Find the expenditure to level the ground at the rate of rupees 10 per square meter. Rate at the rate of 10 rupees 10 per square meter. Be careful. This price they have mentioned in square meter. So here these values you need to convert into meter. How will you convert that? It's 84 upon 100, so becomes 0.84 meter. 60 divided by 100 will give you 0.6 meter. Very important. You don't convert this, gaya. The whole solution will be wrong. So you need to focus. Karna kya hai? Don't be in a rush. These kind of questions are actually asked for 3 marks, 4 marks. You need to be very careful and attentive. Focus. Alright, let's come to the part of the question. Now they are saying that they are using these roller, this roller for leveling the surface. Let's check this. If this is my roller and I'm using the roller to level the surface, try to understand what concept are we using with related to the cylinder. See, can you see this? Which surface am I using? This is called as curved surface area of the cylinder. No one uses the roller like this. Do we use that? No. You understand that? So, aisa. Neither we are using the volume which is there inside. We are using only the curved surface area. Now, let's say that I start from this point and I come back to the same point. isn't it? It's one curved surface area. So in one curved surface area, how much it has leveled the ground? This much. So I mean, if I find curved surface area and I multiply with 200 such rotations, I will get the total area leveled by the road roller. So let's just find this. This is, sorry, I'm sorry, this is question number 5. So we write total area of a ground leveled. So how are we writing it? It's n number of rotations into curved surface area of a cylinder. So n is how much? 200 into curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h. So 200 into 2 into pi. Have they given the value of pi in the question? No. Can there be a simple division for? Yeah, there is a possibility, because 0.84. So 22 by 7 into radius is 0.6 into height is 0.84. So I'll erase this much to write it a bit bigger. Now 84 is divisible by 7, if I am not mistaken. It's 10 and 12, so 0.12. Now 200 into 2, let's say I write this as 200 into 2 is 400 into 22 into 6 by 10 into 12 by 100. 1 2 1 2, or this also works same way. 22 into 4, 88 into 6 into 12, I'm in 72. 1 0 left, so becomes 7.2. This 0 goes into the numerator. 88 into 7.2. Total area of the ground leveled will be 88 into 7.2. Multiply, get the answer. But this answer will be in, we took this as meter, this as meter also. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So I'm going to get this answer as centimeter square. Question says what is the expenditure? So we write expenditure is equals to total area. I'm not writing the complete centimeter into rate, that is 10. So it's 88 into 72 by 10. I'm writing 7.2 into this way, and then 10. Cancel this. 88 into 72 will be the rate. Don't forget to write the unit rupees. Otherwise, you may lose half mark. Next question. Alright, next question. Let's look at the question. Question number 6. Now what does this question number 6 speaks about? The diameter and thickness of a hollow metal sphere are this and this. That means they are saying that there is a spherical ball, but this is hollow. Try to understand what is the meaning of hollow. Hollow matlab andar se khali, empty. So that means there has to be one more such object. So when I say it's a hollow, what do we mean by hollow? I'll just show you the example here. Smile. This is my solid sphere because it's completely filled inside. Can you see this? So when we write the formula for a sphere which is 4 upon 3 pi r cube, we are applying this formula for a solid sphere, that is this. But when we say it's hollow sphere, which is there is nothing inside, take an example of a plastic ball. A plastic ball, inside it's hollow, air. So it's something like this, air here and air outside. That means there has to be two radii. One outer radii, small r, inner radii. So this is called as hollow sphere. General knowledge. Hollow sphere is also called as shell. Keep this thing in the mind. Hollow sphere is also called as shell. So in the exam, if they use sometimes such word shell, you need to be very careful. Don't get confused. What is the meaning of shell? It's nothing else but it's hollow sphere. Let's see what question says. The diameter and thickness of hollow metal sphere are 12 centimeter and this. So when they say diameter, they mean to say that this whole diameter. So they have given diameter over here and they have given the thickness, that is this particular thickness they have given. A bit trick, careful. The diameter is 12 centimeter. So if the diameter is 12 centimeter, this much hole, I get capital R as 6 centimeter. That means this distance is my 6 centimeter. Let's see what is the thickness given over here. Thickness is given as 0.01 meter. Now see, again trick. This is in centimeter, this is in meter. We need to be very careful and alert. आंखें खुली वरना दुर्घटना घटी. सेंटीमीटर, मीटर, कन्वर्जन जरूरी है. Let's read ahead. The density of the metal is 8.88 gram per centimeter cube. Again they are using centimeter cube. That means this meter we need to convert it into centimeter to move ahead. Otherwise it will be wrong. Okay, because centimeter दिया हुआ है and this is 0.01 meter. We have to convert into centimeter, find the outer surface area and the mass. So let's convert this 0.01 meter. I mean, how will you convert it into centimeter? Tell me. If you don't know the calculation, I'll show you. 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So 0.01 meter is how much? Let's say x. This multiplies here. So 100 into 0.01, which is, if I remove 2 decimals from here, 100 into 1 by 100 goes 1. So I'm going to get this as 1 centimeter. Clear? So I'm erasing this. I'm erasing this information. So far we converted meter into centimeter. Job done. This is in centimeter. Job done. Diameter भी हो गया. So we don't take into consideration now diameter. जो नहीं चाहिए हटाने का. I'm sorry. My reflex is bad. So this is done. Now let's see how do we find the volume of this. Volume मतलब only this much material. So this material का हमको volume find करना है. That means the volume of the outer sphere minus the volume of the inner sphere. Okay, why? Because they have asked mass. And for mass we need to understand that there is a formula which is called as density is equals to mass upon volume. So density given, we need volume because we have to calculate mass. So we keep this formula in our mind and let's move ahead. We need the volume. So first job is to find the volume of hollow sphere. Now solid sphere formula I already told you is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So same thing, outer minus inner. So बाहर का वॉल्यूम आएगा 4 by 3 pi r cube minus अंदर का आ जाएगा 4 by 3. I'm erasing this pi and r cube. Correct? Now I know this radius. I don't know small r. How will I get small r? I want this r. This r. Since this capital R is given, which is 6, and this is 1. This total is actually this same. Is this the same? ये रेडियस और ये रेडियस सेम है. सो अगर ये कितना है, ये 6 है, तो ये भी 6 हो गया. तो ये 6 आना चाहिए. 6 कैसे आएगा अभी यहाँ पे? ये 1 दिया है. दिस इज 1. तो ये 5 हो गया. सो माई स्मॉल r, somehow by calculation we get small r as 5 centimeter. Let's substitute these values. Again, no simplification. Take common. 4 by 3 pi r cube minus r cube. 4 by 3 pi capital R. Let's search somewhere capital R. It's 6 cube minus small r. It's 5 cube. Don't substitute the value of pi. Let's see. 6 cube. 6 is 36. 36 into 6 is 216. Minus 5 cube is 125. 4 by 3 pi. 216 minus 125 will give me 91 somewhere if I am not mistaken. 9, 10, 4 by 3 pi. Have they given the value of pi here? No. So we leave this as it is. Later on we can use it, or it's 4 by 3 into pi is 3.14 into 91. Don't cancel, leave it as it is. We got volume of a sphere, that is the hollow sphere, using this. We want density is also given, volume is given, so I substitute this value over here in this formula. Density is given as 8.88, so it's 8.88 equals to mass, which we have to find. Upon this, it's 4 by 3 into 3.14 into 91. Now this is in divide, so it will go up, whereas these are three terms which are to the right of the equal to sign will become multiplication here. So it's 8.88 into 4 into 3.14 into 91 is equals to 3m, because the divide goes up. Here it's multiplication, ये यहाँ से हटेगा, नीचे आ जाएगा. You have to divide this and get the value of m, which is the mass. Calculation may be a bit lengthy, but you have to work on it. Find the outer surface area and the mass. We did the difficult part. We found out the mass. Okay, I'll erase this and we will find the outer surface area. So what will be the outer surface area? Any guesses? Blind guesses. I can't hear it, but let's try that. This is my capital R. We want outer area, so outer surface area. What is the formula for sphere का surface area? It's 4 pi r square. 4 into, this is 6. I take this as 3.14 into radius is 6. 6 का square 36. 36 into multiply करो, you will get answer in centimeter square, because we have converted everything into centimeter. Clear? If there is any error, let me know. I'll solve it again. Let's go to the next question. Next question. So the next question is question number 7, and how does this goes? Question number 7. Let's try to understand what does it mean. A cylindrical bucket of diameter 28 centimeter and height 20 centimeter. So they mean to say that there is a cylindrical bucket, something like this. Do you understand bucket means what? Balti. I think that makes sense. Balti, bucket. So what is given over here? A cylindrical bucket of diameter 28 centimeter. So they have given this diameter. Diameter is 28 centimeter. And what else? Height is 20 centimeter. Was full of sand. What was there inside? There was sand inside. Sand matlab matti, reti. Okay. When the sand in the bucket was poured on the ground, that means they are tilting it and they are pouring this sand on the ground. So what will happen? Pouring on the ground, the sand got converted into a shape of a cone. That means this sand, whatever is there inside, turned into a form of cone. So it should be something like this. Okay. So actually, concept. Which concept are we applying here? Cylinder है, cylinder के अंदर कुछ भरा है, so इसका मतलब volume है. That volume is used over here. It's so simple. It's so simple. My suggestion: if this question they ask in the exam, don't leave it, because they are pouring it on the ground. इसका मतलब इसका volume और इसका volume equal है. It's so simple. So the volume of the bucket is equals to volume of a cone. Simple. Now bucket का वॉल्यूम कोई इशू नहीं है. डायमीटर 28 है, रेडियस आधा हो जाएगा, 14 सेंटीमीटर हो जाएगा, हाइट 20 सेंटीमीटर है इसका. सो वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ बकेट मींस सिलेंडर का कोई इशू नहीं है. फॉर्मूला विल बी वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ बकेट इज पाई आर स्क्वायर. लेट्स से आई टेक दिस एज एच. सो ये मेरा कैपिटल आर हो गया ओके और ये मेरा कैपिटल H हो गया. आई हैव अज्यूम दैट. कोन का डायग्राम ड्रॉ करो. इन द एग्जाम ड्रॉ डायग्राम, इट विल सिंप्लीफाई योर न्यूमेरिकल and convert it into a shape of a cone. If the height of the cone was 14 centimeter, that means this height of the cone is 14 centimeter. What are they expecting us to? What was the base area of the cone? Base area of the cone. Last time I already explained you. Base area क्या शेप है? सर्कल. सर्कल है तो एरिया का सर्कल का फॉर्मूला इज पाई आर स्क्वायर. सिंपल. वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ कोन 1/3 पाई आर स्क्वायर इंटू एच. कीप दिस एज इट इज बिकॉज दिस इटसेल्फ इज माय बेस एरिया. बाकी सब सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं. पाई आई सजेस्ट टेक 22/7, कैलकुलेशन इजी हो जाएगा. आर स्क्वायर इज 14 का स्क्वायर इंटू एच कैपिटल एच 20 इक्वल्स टू 1/3. दिस इज माय बेस एरिया, तो लिख दीजिए बेस एरिया इंटू हाइट. हाइट हो गया 14. दिस इज व्हाट वी नीड टू फाइंड. सो लेट्स कीप दैट एज इट इज और बाकी कैलकुलेशन शुरू करते हैं. So this will be my 22/7 into 14 square is 14 into 14 into 20 equals to 1/3 into base area, leaving it as it is, into 14. 7 ones are 7 twos are 22 into 2 into 14 into 20 into ये 3 यहाँ जाएगा upon 14 डिनोमिनेटर में आ जाएगा और यहाँ क्या बचेगा? बेस एरिया. 14 and 14 gets cancelled. Let's check what value are we getting. 2 into 22 is 44 into 20 into 3 is 60. Base area 6 4s are 24. 4 your 2 carries. 6 4s are 24. 25 26 2640 and the unit will be centimeter, so it will be centimeter square. So my base area of a cone. Write complete sentence. I am not writing everything, but I am just explaining you what concept can be. Is that clear? Let's go to the next question. Alright, let's start with the next question. Let's look at the question, try to understand what question means about. Question number 8. The radius of a metallic sphere is 9 centimeter. So they have given a sphere whose radius is 9 centimeter. Okay. It was melted to make a wire of diameter. So they said again melted. Can you see this? Again and again when they say melted, they mean to say volume. Nothing else. Melted means volume. And they are making a wire of diameter 4 millimeter. That means they are transforming into a wire something like this. Diameter is given and the diameter is given as 4 millimeter. So small d is 4 millimeter. Now again nazar hati durghatna ghati. Centimeter millimeter conversion is required and need not worry because they have asked find the length of this wire. That means they are asking you to find the height of this cylinder. Simple है, ये स्पीयर दिया हुआ है और ये सिलेंडर है. दो ऑब्जेक्ट हमारे सामने है. टेंशन ज़रा नहीं लेने का, बहुत सिंपल है. सिर्फ लिखना क्या है? वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ स्पीयर इज इक्वल्स टू द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द सिलेंडर और कॉल्ड एज अ वायर. सेम है. चेक दिस. रेडियस दिया है सेंटीमीटर में है, ये मिलीमीटर में है. हाइट फाइंड करना है. कन्वर्ट मिलीमीटर इनटू सेंटीमीटर because this is in centimeter. Either you can convert centimeter into millimeter. It's one of the same, doesn't make any difference, not much difference. 9 centimeter हो जाएगा 90 millimeter. One and the same thing. I kept in millimeter both. Either you can keep, इसको भी सेंटीमीटर में रख लो, इसको भी सेंटीमीटर में रख लो. Volume of a sphere 4/3 pi r cube. इज इक्वल्स टू वॉल्यूम ऑफ द सिलेंडर पाई आर स्क्वायर, ये डायमीटर है, सो रेडियस क्या हो जाएगा इसका 2 मिलीमीटर हो जाएगा. लेट्स से आई टेक दिस इज कैपिटल आर, तो यहाँ पर ये 4/3 पाई आर क्यूब कैपिटल आर हो जाएगा. सिलेंडर के लिए, वायर के लिए स्मॉल आर है और एच है, सो पाई आर स्क्वायर एच. नाउ सिंपल, डोंट कैलकुलेट सेपरेटली. छू बचता है 4/3 इंटू आर क्यूब, आर इज 90 क्यूब इक्वल्स टू आर स्क्वायर 2 square into h is this. Simple calculation, 4 into this is 90 into 90 into 90 upon 3 into 2 का square 4 equals to h. 2 3 ones are 3 3s are and 90, 1 2 3 3 zeros, 9 9s are 81, 81 into 3 3 ones are 3, 8 4s are 24, 2 4 3 0 0 millimeter equals to h. You can leave it in the form of millimeter, or it's better if you can leave it into the meter. Now meter का conversion 1 meter में होता है 100 सेंटीमीटर, so 1 meter में इसमें और एक 0 मल्टीप्लाई कर दो तो हो जाएगा मिलीमीटर. दैट मीन्स इसको अगर 1000 से डिवाइड किया तो मिलेगा 243 मीटर एज द हाइट. वन एंड द सेम थिंग, यू कैन लीव आंसर हियर, बट बेटर इज ऑलवेज लीव इन द एसआई यूनिट. एसआई यूनिट इज मीटर, इसलिए मीटर में लीव करेंगे. आई होप यू आर गेटिंग इट. डोंट टेक अ चांस इन दिस प्रॉब्लम सेट. ऑल क्वेश्चंस आर इंपॉर्टेंट, बट इन बोथ्स स्पेशली these kind of questions are a bit twisted and tweaked, so it's very important. Don't take a risk, take time to understand and then solve these questions. If you do not do all these conversions, it's wrong. Next question. So next question is question number 9. पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त. Question number 10 will rock you all. Check the solution. Don't go away. Climax बाकी है. Question number 9th. उसके पहले, the area of a sector of a circle is a circle of 6 centimeter radius is 15 pi square centimeter. So square centimeter में दिया है तो वो area of a sector दिया है. What have they given? Area of a sector is 15 pi centimeter square or square centimeter, it's one and the same thing. अब इस area of a sector of a circle का radius 6 centimeter दिया है. Radius is 6 centimeter. Find the measure of the arc. So they want to find the measure of the arc. Okay, and find the length of the arc corresponding to the sector. So you have to find length of an arc. दो चीजें फाइंड करना है. Let's first understand what is the meaning of measure of the arc. Measure of the arc, they mean to say find theta. Length of an arc automatically मिल जाएगा, टेंशन नहीं. एरिया ऑफ अ सेक्टर को यूज करना स्टार्ट करते हैं. ओके, सो एरिया ऑफ अ सेक्टर is equals to theta upon 360 into pi r square. लेट्स चेक द यूनिट्स. यहाँ पे भी सेंटीमीटर है, यहाँ भी सेंटीमीटर है, आराम से हो सकता है. एरिया ऑफ अ सेक्टर 15 पाई इक्वल्स टू थीटा. वी हैव टू फाइंड अपॉन 360 इंटू पाई इंटू आर स्क्वायर. आर 6 का स्क्वायर. अब देखो, छू थीटा चाहिए 15 इंटू 360 बिकॉज ये डिवाइड इधर जाके मल्टीप्लाई अपॉन 6 square is 36, but simply calculation is like this. Theta 6 6 is 36 और ये भी 36 है, तो छू बराबर है 110. 15 into 10 150 डिग्री इक्वल्स टू थीटा. सो हमको क्या मिल गया? मेजर ऑफ एन आर्क. मेजर ऑफ एन आर्क मिल गया 150 डिग्रीज. लेंथ ऑफ एन आर्क फाइंड करना है. देखो कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है. लेंथ ऑफ एन आर्क का फॉर्मूला है थीटा अपॉन 360 इंटू 2 पाई आर. बट इफ यू डोंट यूज दैट फॉर्मूला, अपने पास एक ऐसा फॉर्मूला है जो इन दोनों का रिलेशन बताता है। किसका रिलेशन? एरिया ऑफ अ सेक्टर और लेंथ ऑफ एन आर्क, और वो रिलेशन है एरिया ऑफ अ सेक्टर इज इक्वल्स टू एल इंटू आर बाय 2। सो एरिया ऑफ अ सेक्टर दिया है, कितना है? 15 पाई इक्वल्स टू, फाइंड क्या करना है? लेंथ ऑफ एन आर्क L इंटू रेडियस इज 6, so 6 बाय 2, 2 1 जा 2, 3 जा, ये 3 यहाँ मल्टीप्लाई इक्वल टू किधर आएगा? तो 15 पाई अपॉन 3 एरेस करता हूँ इज इक्वल्स टू L, 3 1 जा 3, 5 जा, लेंथ इज इक्वल्स टू 5 पाई। यूनिट नहीं लिखेंगे मार्क्स जाएगा। लेंथ पूछा है, सेंटीमीटर है, लेंथ है तो सेंटीमीटर में आएगा, एरिया है तो सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर में आएगा। चलो गैस, वॉल्यूम रहेगा तो क्या आएगा? आई कैन हियर ऑल ऑफ यू, वेरी गुड, सेंटीमीटर क्यूब रहेगा। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन is the challenging question of this whole chapter. Believe me, you need to think on it, take time, relax, and let's solve it. Next question. Okay, so the question is on the board, figure is also on the board, and they have asked you to find the area of this sector. Actually not sector, but it means the segment. थोड़ा ट्रिकी है, ज़्यादा नहीं, थोड़ा ध्यान देना है एक्स्ट्रा। सी, ये पोर्शन फाइंड करने के लिए कहा है, बराबर है। अब ये पोर्शन फाइंड करने के लिए एरिया ऑफ दिस सेक्टर, ये पूरा माइनस एरिया ऑफ दिस ट्राइंगल, मतलब ये पूरा सेक्टर में से ये ट्राइंगल निकाल दो तो ये आंसर मिलेगा, बराबर है। एरिया ऑफ सेक्टर फाइंड करने के लिए थीटा चाहिए, थीटा है नहीं यहाँ पे, तो थीटा फाइंड करना ये सबसे पहला एम अपना इस क्वेश्चन में है। थीटा कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? बहुत दिमाग चाहिए यहाँ पे, इन फोकस। कैसा करोगे? तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 में देख लो कैसा करना है। थोड़ा दिमाग कहाँ चलाना है पता है क्या? देखो, ये 8 है और ये 4 है, isn't it? This is actually half of this, 4 is half of this। वो तो पॉसिबल तब होगा जब हम पाइथागोरस थ्योरम में जाएंगे और देखेंगे 30 60 90 ट्राइंगल थ्योरम क्या बोलता है। सो अकॉर्डिंग टू 30 60 90 ट्राइंगल थ्योरम क्या बोलता है? ये कहना है इसका कि साइड ऑपोजिट टू 30 डिग्री इज ऑलवेज हाफ ऑफ हाइपोटेन्यूज, बराबर है। नाउ साइड ऑपोजिट टू 30 डिग्री इज ऑलवेज हाफ ऑफ हाइपोटेन्यूज। ये राइट एंगल होगा क्या हमारा? बिकॉज दे हैव गिवन अ कॉर्ड एंड दिस इज सेंटर, सो वी विल राइट परपेंडिकुलर फ्रॉम द सेंटर ऑफ अ सर्कल टू द कॉर्ड बाइसेक्ट्स द कॉर्ड बोल सकते हैं इसको, तो इसलिए ये राइट एंगल मिलेगा। एक्चुअली इन द फिगर दे शुड हैव गिवन दिस एज राइट एंगल। सो साइड ऑपोजिट टू 30 डिग्री, तो देखो ये हाफ है इसका, बराबर है, ये इसका हाफ है, इसका मतलब इसके सामने वाला ये एंगल 30 डिग्री होना चाहिए। देखो इधर क्या दिया है, साइड ऑपोजिट टू 30 डिग्री, मतलब साइड, अगर मैं इसको 30 डिग्री एज्यूम करता हूँ सपोज, तो साइड ऑपोजिट टू 30 डिग्री इज हाफ ऑफ हाइपोटेन्यूज, मतलब ये तो कॉन्वर्स हो गया। सो यहाँ पे अकॉर्डिंग टू 30 60 90 ट्राइंगल थ्योरम ने, यहाँ पे हम लिखेंगे अकॉर्डिंग टू कॉन्वर्स ऑफ 30 60 90 ट्राइंगल थ्योरम, angle A, therefore measure of angle A will be equal to 30 degrees। यही कैलकुलेशन करके दिखाना है, ये 30 90। now tell me what will be angle P in this case। अगर ये पॉइंट को मैं यहाँ पे एक लेटर एज्यूम करता हूँ M, सो मेरा एंगल APM will be how much? 60, because sum of all angles of a triangle is 180 degrees। It good if you just show the working here। So now in this triangle we got this angle as 60 degrees। ये 60 डिग्री मिल गया, ये 60 है, ये 30 है और ये 90 है। अब हम 30 60 90 ट्राइंगल थ्योरम से बाकी की एक वैल्यू फाइंड करेंगे। कौन सी वैल्यू? AM, बिकॉज ट्राइंगल का एरिया फाइंड करने के लिए बेस चाहिए। सो क्या करेंगे यहाँ पे, साइड ऑपोजिट टू 60 डिग्रीज, साइड ऑपोजिट टू 60 डिग्री क्या है? AM है, बराबर है। साइड ऑपोजिट टू 60 डिग्री का थ्योरम क्या होता है? प्रॉपर्टीज √3/2 इंटू हाइपोटेन्यूज होता है। साइड ऑपोजिट टू 60 डिग्री कौन सा साइड है? AM है, इज इक्वल्स टू √3/2 इंटू हाइपोटेन्यूज तो 90 के सामने ये है AP। So therefore AM equals to root 3 by 2 into AP is 8. 2 ones are 2 4. So therefore AM कितना मिल गया 8 root 3. AM root 8 root 3 है तो AB इसका डबल होगा. So AB will be twice of AM. रीजन जो 9th में सीखा है, perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to the chord bisects it. सीखा है ना. हैंडराइटिंग थोड़ी गंदी है बट इट्स ओके, यू नो दिस. सो देयरफॉर ए बी कितना हो गया 2 इंटू ए एम इज 8 रूट 3 तो हो जाएगा 16 रूट 3 सेंटीमीटर. सो मुझे क्या मिल गया अभी ए बी मिल गया. ठीक है. अब देखो ये 60 डिग्री है. सो टेल मी इफ दिस इज 60 आई अप्लाई द सेम प्रॉपर्टी हियर तो ये भी 60 ही होना चाहिए क्योंकि ये 8 है तो ये भी 8 ही होगा. रेडियस ऑफ द सेम सर्कल होता है. 8 है 4 है तो ये एंगल भी 60 होगा. नाउ टेल मी अगर ये 60 है और ये भी 60 है तो टोटल एंगल 120 डिग्री हुआ क्या नहीं. ये पूरा एंगल 120 डिग्रीज हो गया और यही तो हमको चाहिए था. नाउ द मोमेंट वी हैव 120 डिग्रीज हमको आंसर इजीली मिल जाएगा. ठीक है. जस्ट गिव मी 30 सेकेंड्स. आई विल इरेज दिस एंड I am going to solve the remaining part of this numerical. So actually हो गया. थोड़ा ट्रिकी था but yes important है. So अब हम फाइंड कर सकते हैं एरिया ऑफ अ सेक्टर. ओके. लेबलिंग नहीं दिया है यहाँ पे. एक्चुअली लेबल देना चाहिए था एक्स और समथिंग. सो हम लोग यहाँ पे लिख सकते थे एरिया ऑफ अ सेक्टर P dash AXB is equals to theta upon 360 into pi r square. थीटा मिल गया 120 डिग्रीज. 120 डिग्री का कैलकुलेशन करके दिखा देने का 60 plus 60. आई एम नॉट शोइंग बट यू विल शो. पाई दिया है 3.14 तो 3.14 ले लिया. रेडियस इज 8 स्क्वायर तो 8 छू 12 वन जा 12 थ्री जा. ओके. सो ये क्या आ गया 3.14 इंटू 8 स्क्वायर 64 और ये अपॉन 3 मल्टीप्लाई करके डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा तुमको. एरिया ऑफ अ सेक्टर मिला. नाउ एरिया ऑफ अ ट्राइंगल. विच ट्राइंगल APB इज हाफ इंटू बेस AB इंटू हाइट इज PM. सो हाफ इंटू AB जो हमने पहले ढूंढ लिया था कितना मिला था. और याद है किसी को. याद है क्या. मैं तो भूल गया यार. इरेज कर दिया. अब देखो इजी है. रूट 3 बाई 2 इंटू दिस करे बड़े. देखो दिस साइड ऑपोजिट इज रूट 3 बाई 2 इंटू हाइपोटेन्यूज 8 2 1 2 4 रूट 3. ये 4 रूट 3 था तो ये 4 8 रूट 3. सो 8 रूट 3 इंटू PM इज 4 2 1 2 2 हो गया 16 रूट 3. तो ये हो गया एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल APB. अब ये दोनों को सबट्रैक्ट करना है. रूट 3 होता है 16 इंटू 1.73. मैं कैलकुलेशन नहीं कर रहा हूँ. कैलकुलेशन में आप सब मुझसे भी ज़्यादा स्मार्ट हो. फाइनल क्या कर सकते हैं इसको. देखो अगर मैं इसको डिवाइड भी कर दूँ तो डायरेक्टली आंसर मुझे चाहिए अभी. सो मुझे तो एरिया ऑफ अ शेडेड रीजन चाहिए. सो कैसा लिखेंगे एरिया ऑफ द शेडेड रीजन. देखो यहाँ पे लिख के बताता हूँ. सो एरिया ऑफ शेडेड रीजन इज इक्वल्स टू एरिया ऑफ अ सेक्टर माइनस एरिया ऑफ अ ट्राइंगल विच इज APB. तो अभी देखो ये वैल्यू तुमको डिवाइड करके मिल सकता है. इसको मल्टीप्लाई करो और डिवाइड कर दो. जो भी आंसर आएगा वो यहाँ लिखो माइनस इसको मल्टीप्लाई करके जो भी आंसर आएगा वो यहाँ लिखो और पीछे से आंसर मैच करना. थोड़ा बहुत डेसिमल में आंसर यहाँ हुआ रहेगा तो इशू नहीं है बिकॉज रूट 3 1.73 है. कोई कोई लेता है 1.732. इसमें भी 2 डेसिमल के आगे चले गया. डेसिमल का इशू नहीं है. आंसर यहाँ हुआ थोड़ा हो सकता है बट अपन सही है बिकॉज यही तो फाइंड करना था. फाइंड द एरिया ऑफ द शेडेड पोर्शन. एरिया ऑफ शेडेड रीजन या एरिया ऑफ शेडेड पोर्शन. I hope you are getting it. Next session. It's over for today. Next session. Since there are two activity, we'll do it in the next class. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.